Welcome, everyone, to the Radnor Township Historic and Architectural Review Board meeting of Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. The first order of business is a call to order. The second order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Next order of business is new business, HARB 2021-20, 126 East Beech Tree Lane, replacement of existing garage. Now, before we get into the presentation, I would like to give some basic background on this property. According to Radnor Township records, they say it is a contributing property. It was built 1885 to 1889. The architect was Price Brothers. The builder was Wendell and Smith. Radnor Historical Society's Historic Resource Survey says the house was built circa 1889 to 1890. The historic name of this house is a pillar house. That's a type of house from Wendell and Smith. The architect was Price Brothers, and the builder was Wendell and Smith. Delaware County, PA property records say the house was built in 1889. The building area is 3,660 square feet living. The construction is frame. The exterior walls are wood. Now, also, I'd like to share a couple of maps here about this property. Wayne and St. David's Houses and Land for Sale, the Wayne Estate Map of 1905 by W.C. Hunter, lists an outbuilding at this property. Most likely a stable, in my opinion. A map of Wayne, Delaware County, PA, circa 1892, lists an outbuilding at this property. And both of these maps are available at the Radnor Historical Society. With that being said, please introduce yourself and share your plans. We have a microphone for you.
I need to use that one?
You can if you'd like to walk around.
I don't need to walk
You
around.
okay?
No.
Okay. Well, with your plans, sir?
You have the plans.
We do,
correct?
but if you could put them on the table, because our meetings are also televised,
Okay.
so we have other people who might be watching or might watch in the future.
So a couple clarifications for this. East and west elevations are labeled incorrectly in reverse. And the shed for the roof over the man door on the east elevation has been deleted. Sorry? You do? I think I saw you had it. So you are correct. This was the original.
Your name, sir?
Sorry?
Your name?
Eric Jensen, sorry.
Okay, Eric.
This is the front of the property, and here's the existing garage. And here is you have all these pictures, but if you look at this bottom picture here, you can see the frame of what was there. Presumably that was the stable. The right-hand side has the remnants of a tack cabinet and a couple of saddle things you put a saddle on. I don't know what you call them. The building burned in the 40s, some of the rafters in the upper part of this current structure still have, if they had enough meat on it, they left them there, and they just basically mothballed the thing. So what we're proposing is taking it down and rebuilding. We wanted to build on the original footprint, found the old foundation, but zoning wouldn't allow that. So we're going to build to the left, to the setback line, and to the right, and take this building down. It's in pretty bad shape. Over the years, it's, well, there's the fire. The second floor is got a lot of holes in it, and termites, bees, various things have been eaten at this building for a long time. What other questions can I answer for you?
A question. One of the questions that I wanted to bring up was whether or not you were keeping the original footprint of the existing
Essentially,
structure.
Of the existing, no. Essentially, what we're doing is increasing the existing to what it was, you know, a foot here, a foot there, but pretty much the same size, and shifting it to the right because of the setback.
I have another question. What is the total square footage of the proposed garage?
Of the new or the existing?
The proposed, the new.
The new, okay. You'll have to do this. It's 30, you have the plan, it's 35 feet deep, 3710 wide.
Another question I have, are you salvaging any materials from the existing structure?
I mean, there's a few things that we'll pull out of it, like the tack cabinet, kids in the 50s or 60s threw stones through all the glass there, so that's all destroyed. I'll pull out some of the beadboard that's inside, but there's not a lot there that is really salvageable, other than some old growth pine that may be in the joists and things like that. So depending on what we find when it comes down, I may pull some things like that out, but there's not a lot else there.
Can the garage be seen from street view?
Yeah, if you look at this picture right here, the garage is right here. Now, you have some pictures of other properties in the neighborhood. And let me see, I can show you an example. This garage, I have a number of same model pillar house. But this one is the closest. Now, in your packet, it's mislabeled. One of them is mislabeled as 408 Chestnut. These are both 407 Chestnut. Same model house and approximately the same size building, built to the left property line and a foot or so off the back property line, just like ours was and is now. But this is probably the closest to what we're talking about. I have some others. Here's 215 Walnut, which is also a pillar house. I guess those are the ones that I have. Here's what ours, that's what ours looks like on the left. That you can see there is actually underneath that is the side there is the old interior of the left half of the barn. They just put some studs over it, threw up some plywood, and then put the shingles up, and as I said, mothballed it.
And this is a three-car garage?
Well, it
Am
won't
I
have 3
correct?
cars in it, but
Okay.
it will be that size, yes.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
The drawings are great. I don't think I really have a question. Honestly, the drawings are excellent, so it's, looks like it coordinates with the sort of design of the house, roof line. I really don't have any questions, honestly.
Any further comments or questions from the board?
My only question is something that I may have missed.
Can you turn your mic on? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Can you turn your mic on?
How's that? He asked if
Thanks.
any of the original material might be saved. Looking at the side picture, it didn't look save-worthy, but having said that, what is the building material? It's something you probably mentioned in your first sentence. What is the siding for the garage?
For the new one? For the new one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably hardy plank and hardy shake. You know, the way it's designed at the moment is the board and batten on the side,
Mhm.
the lower section. I think they sell it in 10-foot sections, so that's why it's drawn that way. So it'll be as maintenance-free as we can make it.
I can appreciate that.
Mhm.
I'd like to make a couple of comments. In my opinion, the proposed new garage is an improvement considering the current structure that is there. It fits the house owner's modern want and need, and the design is exquisite, in my opinion, and appealing to the human eye. Any further comments or questions? Do we have a motion?
We'll make a motion for a certificate of appropriateness.
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion for certificate of appropriateness. The motion was seconded. I also say yay. The motion carries. The board recommends a certificate of appropriateness. Congratulations, and thank you for presenting to us today.
Thank you. What's the process for getting that certificate?
You'll be contacted by
And-
Peggy Heavy, or who's her.
Okay. When it's ready? Which takes 5 minutes, I guess. Not long to get it ready.
Well, it has to be signed by the board.
Okay.
And then once he comes back to sign, I will let you know when it's done.
The next Board of Commissioners meeting, they'll have it as part of the consent.
Yeah, okay. I'm just, I don't think we'll get the building permits before that's ready, but does that need to go in as part of the package, do you know?
You can submit,
Okay, okay, great. Thank you.
yeah, you can submit your application while that's happening.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next order of business is Harb 2021-21, 119 Runnymede Avenue. A two-story addition to rear of house, replacement of picture window on front of house with double hung window, replace front door, replace window at the side of house with double hung window, replace shutters. Roof of the addition will be a hip roof with a slope to match existing sunroom hip roof pitch. Now, before we get into the presentation, I would like to give some basic background on this property. According to Radnor Township records, they say it is a contributing property. According to Radnor Historical Society's Historic Resource Survey, it has no further information on this property. Delaware County, PA property records say the house was built in 1920. The building area is 2,526 square feet living. The exterior walls are stucco. I always like this one with the county records. The style is old.
That's all that.
Okay. With that being said, please introduce yourself and share your plans with us.
Yep. My name is Juliette Kozak. I'm the architect on the project, and I'm here with the owners, Steve and Lauren. So as you can see, here's, I don't know. Yeah. So this is the view from the street. Basically, we're adding an addition to the rear of the house. It'll be partially two-story and partially one-story. From this view, you won't be able to see the addition. So the most notable changes would be we're adding the shutters back on. The shutter attachments are still there, so we're just going to put the shutters back on. And then we'll be replacing the front door, and then you can see on the side here, there's a little picture window that isn't original, that we will be replacing with, or we would like to replace with, 2 double hung windows to match the style of the main house. So here we have the site plan. The black. The black here is the addition. So you can see it's all tucked behind the main structure. The roof of the addition does not go beyond the height of the existing house. And as far as coverage goes, we're within both the impervious coverage and the lot coverage. So here are some of the existing houses, the neighbors. As you can see, a lot of them have a similar kind of style with shutters and, dormers and little attached sunrooms. And here's the existing house. So again, this is the front of the house where we're adding the shutters, replacing the door. This is the sunroom on the side with the existing hip roof, which will be matching on the new addition in terms of pitch. We'll be replacing these windows as well as this door and these windows. We'll be getting a new double hung window on the side there. So this is kind of where the major changes will be happening. This isn't visible from the street. But basically, this is the 2-story portion will go right in here, and then the 1-story portion comes out from here. But we're leaving this main roof untouched. So here you can see the shutters, the new double hung windows. Here is the sunroom on the side, which now gets a new double hung window. And then this is the addition right here, and then in here. So this is an existing gable, this is the existing shed dormer, and then, again, this roof line stays the same. And as far as materials go, we were also thinking of doing a hardy panel, low maintenance, board and batten.
I have a question. What is the total square footage of the proposed addition?
Of the addition, the footprint is about 450,
450, okay.
a little under that.
Okay. Any further comments or questions from the board? Okay, I have one comment. In my opinion, the roof line of the proposed addition keeps the main house's roof lines prominent. For the proposed addition's roof lines are much lower than the principal buildings. Okay, with that being said, do we have a motion?
I'll second.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion for certificate of appropriateness. The motion was seconded. I also say yay. The motion carries, and the board recommends a certificate of appropriateness. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for presenting to us.
Thanks.
Okay. I have a point of new business. I know, Terry, you've heard this one before, but, okay. We have 2 vacancies on our board, and I'm going to make my pitch again for recruitment. Here I go. I want you for the Radnor Township Harb. Perhaps you are an architect, a builder, or a realtor, or have read voraciously on the history of Radnor Township and/or the Delaware Valley area. Enjoy visiting historic sites in Radnor Township and beyond. If you have an appreciation of subtlety in the built environment or subtlety in general, appreciate beauty in the built environment, have an eye for functionality in the built environment, can bear detail, have an ability to endure the noise of conflicting interests to get to the important, most immediate, positive, impactful points in debate, have an ability to mediate between 2 opposing parties for a win-win outcome, have walked the historic districts and thought, wowza, what a beautiful house, or your fine pupster, your dog, who may have also given that inspiration to you in its way on your walks together. If you have experience in historic preservation, maybe you own an old house in Radnor Township. If you want to serve our community, having ideas, opinions, or concerns on the built environment thereof. If any of these resonate with you, then I say, I want you for the Historic and Architectural Review Board of Radnor Township, Pennsylvania. To apply, contact Radnor Township or your Radnor Township Commissioner. Applicants must be residents of the township. I'm Bob Murdesco, Chair of the Historic and Architectural Review Board of Radnor Township, PA.
Can you make a copy of that for me?
Will do. Okay,
Well,
Any-
you have your realtor requirement met, but wasn't Cam an architect? Can we get him back? He won't come?
he moved. He's in,
That wasn't good of him.
he's in Melbourne. Okay. All right, with that being
I
said-
have an architect next door who was interested, and we both live in 1895 houses, so I will mention it again to him.
Thank you. Okay, before we adjourn, I'd like to mention that the next HARB meeting is scheduled for January 3rd, 2022 at 6:30. Applications for the January 3rd, 2022 meeting must be submitted on or before December 21st, 2021. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Okay. We are adjourned, everyone. Thank you for joining us.